Well, the TV show Field Trip really started out more as a challenge than it did as a TV show concept. It all started, I take my kids to school every day and walk my daughter Samantha into the kindergarten class, and her teacher, Vicki Jurgensen, I overheard them talking about field trips and things like that, and found out that they used to take their kids on field trips all the time to the Blank Park Zoo. Thought that was a really neat thing, and of course I kind of bit and I said, well, why don't you do that anymore? And her comment was, well, you know, we don't ask anymore. Budgets are a little bit tight and things like that, so we just don't do that. Of course, I'm like, I'll go pay for it, that's fine. I'd be glad to pay for it, you know, bus driver, bus, it can't be that expensive. And she just kind of laughed and said, no, well, you can't do that. That's just not typical. You know, we can't take your money like that. And that's kind of where the show was born. And the challenge became, to me personally, as I walked out of that room after she told me that I couldn't pay for the field trip, I kind of looked at her and I said, I'm going to get the last laugh. I am going to somehow figure out a way to pay for that field trip. And thus, that's where the show Field Trip began. And now I can finally point at the camera and say, Vicki, I had the last laugh.
Field trip! Field trip!
So having the last laugh, that was great, but we thought, you know, we need to shoot the pilot of the show. So that's where we shot the pilot. We shot it with Vicki Jurgensen, and I'm happy to say my daughter was along with that class. And so we filmed the process, came up with some really neat stuff. Not only was that the first pilot or the first show that we filmed, but the neat part about it was we knew we were on to something special. Taking kids out of the classroom, giving them incredible experiences, along with staying back at the school, doing fix-ups, computers, equipment, all kinds of neat stuff, has probably been the single most rewarding thing that all of us at Field Trip have done.
It is my last year of teaching, and I couldn't have chosen this to come at a more exciting time for me. To end on this is super.
Being part of Field Trip made me feel something very special.
What an amazing opportunity to be part of something that's positive.
These will be delivered tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Everybody's got a wish list, everybody's got a dream to what little tiny things or what really big things can we do to make the school better, and then the kids get a treat, get to go somewhere fun and educational at the same time.
This has been an amazing experience for our kids. There are kids here today that got to experience things that they'll never get to experience again, and kids that got to step outside of their box and do things that they didn't think they could do and that we didn't think they could do, and they proved us wrong today, and it was just an awesome experience for them.
The best part of today was when I went to the Iowa Cubs game.
The adventure I went on this afternoon was the islands, where you walk across these little square boxes with just a rope that's hanging onto you.
It's a reality-based TV show, you know, so we don't know what we're going to get. Who knows? I mean, we're dealing with kids, we're dealing with teachers, and really the show just kind of sorts itself out.
I think the most fun part of the day is that it takes on a life of its own, and you get a lot of people and they don't necessarily know each other at first, but then you become a cohesive team and a bunch of people who are working toward an end goal. Let's just get this together, and everybody's grabbing a hammer and a drill, and they're grabbing a paintbrush, and they're doing the best job they can, and they're having fun.
I thought it was good for Morning Sun. We need something like this to redo the school.
Wow! Today our kids experienced something that they have never experienced before, and you guys gave it to them.
No, it's just an awesome experience, especially for the last day of school for the 5th and 6th graders. We had an awesome time.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's been a 20. It's just been an amazing experience for us today.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3,
Field Trip!
So of course, kids go out for recess. They go out and play. And here's Kelsey. And Kelsey, of course, is wheelchair bound. She goes out every day for recess, and she watches the other kids play. She doesn't complain. She's always smiling. So finding this out, we actually called a couple manufacturers, and it had a wheelchair swing custom made for her. So Sonia and I were super excited, and when we wheeled Kelsey out and she took one look at that swing, it was a very, very emotional moment for all of us. Their mom and dad was there, of course, and all the teachers, and like I said, it was very emotional.
The high point of the day for me was giving Kelsey the swing, just because I have a special needs sibling, and when they can get something really exciting like that, that it's going to be better for their lives. That is such a great and awesome addition for her to have something at school that she's going to get physical activity, and she was thrilled to pieces when she was on it, and so that was totally the highlight of the day for me.
Well, this is Jim.
Hey.
This gentleman right
Hi,
here.
Jim.
Okay, you can shake her hand.
I think
It's
I saw
okay.
you this morning. I think
Yeah,
I seen you out
something
and
like
about
that.
this
Now,
morning. So good.
What Jim's function is today, Jim owns a company called JB Computers, and he basically has come today to, he's looking at these laptops and he's going to fix every single one of them, so that way you have 20 that work. Did I? So how many are in here now?
Bill, there's a problem here. I've only counted 10.
There's 10 here?
Where'd you come up with the other 10 at?
Well, we need more computers.
Oh my God.
We got a little parade going on. We got a little parade going on.
To be quite honest, I thought the field trip was just enough. Just that was going to be just great. And the kids, I knew what kind of a day we were going to have, and we got free lunches. You know, that was big, it was huge. And we got to ride the WinStar bus. And when you're used to bumping along in a school bus, you know, and you have these lush seats that you're sitting on, that was great. But then you get back and you think, you know, yeah, they said they were going to do some things here, but you're thinking, you know, there can't be a whole lot more. But then when you guys said, yeah, that we got the carpets and the rugs, and I thought, it was kind of over the top. It was hard to be in reality. It was kind of surreal.
I don't want to get weepy or sappy or anything, but we prayed this morning. Ah! Never mind. Don't do that. We just prayed this morning for people who want to help other people and receive nothing in return. That's it. I just turned that off. Let me regroup.